So, colleagues, we're joined by Coach Philemon Magwengwe of Double Action Ladies after his team's victory over Lesotho Defense Force. Coach, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
What do you make of your team's performance today?
Oh, first I have to thank the girls. They put up a very good fight. We were disjointed in the previous game, but we recollected today. And the aggression was far much better than yesterday's aggression. And not taking anything away from Lesotho, we went into the game with a very wrong mentality. The mentality that Lesotho was our daily bread, be it a club or a national team. That was a very wrong mentality. We underestimated them. Over and above that, we were very anxious. But I think the 3 points is much more important than the number of goals.
Thank you, Coach. Colleagues, we can get questions for the coach.
Coach, congratulations. As it stands right now, pole position in Group B finally, and we're still with. So what kind of a draw is going to be, not a draw, what kind of a result now, because it's going to be enough for you leading into the final result, looking at the next match?
We are growing with the tournament, to be honest. This is not our performance. Okay, we may be dominating at home, but the standard is much lower. We are dominant at home. We are used to dominance. But we expect nothing below a point or 3 points in the next game. It's going to be much tougher than the game we played today. The first game we played against Zambia was tougher. It's just that people could not realize. They thought we didn't play well. No, we were playing a super performer. Now we are going to give it our all. We leave in no stone unturned in the last game, and we need 1 or 3 points. But the best would be 3 points because we are growing with the tournament.
Would you also say it's an improvement on the quality of the football scene, that the last time that you played this team, even though they were not here last year, they were beaten by you guys, your team won by a big score margin? Is that the reflection of the quality of the improvement of the game in COSAFA?
There has been, definitely. At this point in time, before I answer you, I'd like to thank COSAFA for having given the girls or the girl child an opportunity to express her talent in a man-dominated game. That is a very big plus, a very big plus. I was talking to your colleagues to say, a girl child, when you give her a platform, she will showcase her talent. And then the other thing is, they are also improving. We lost a good number of influential players. One of them is married. She has a child. She wouldn't be here. So we have added a good number of youngsters, 15, 16. They are growing. So the city has improved. We are improving too.
And a last one from me, Coach. A tricky group again. Obviously, the opening round proved to be tricky with everybody coming into the second round with 8 points each. You guys now leading with 3 points, with 4 points. In the next match, what would you be looking? Not the next match, the next round, which is today. The other two opponents. What would you be looking for this afternoon that would be favorable to you guys?
I would like them to play to a draw, but that's neither here nor there. Because once we start relying on other people's results and carrying around calculators, that doesn't give the game a very good spirit. We've got to fight for our own. If we were to consider that, then we'll be shaking and we'll catch the next flight, considering Sundowns scored 8. So we shouldn't base on that. We shouldn't be basing on that, definitely. And the team that lost 8 may win against the team that is willing to go into the next round. So I would wish they play to a draw, and I maintain the pole position. Yeah, but we'll give it our all.
Do we have any more questions?
Yeah, so Coach, first half your team only attacked without any goals, and then second half you made a sub of the longest and Reda,
yes.
And then she came in and scored. Was that a form of a different tactical approach into the second half?
Yeah, let me take you to her herself. She's a both-legged player. She shoots on both legs. Yesterday she didn't have a good game, so we had to have last night we have to had a psychological pump up on a few players, including her in particular. Then she started off on the bench. That was just to teach her a lesson. Then we gave her an opportunity. God willing, she gave us a goal. So it was a tactical move. Yeah.
And coach, I'm also excited to mention that you gave her a chance and then she gives you a goal. Coming from the bench today, what do you make of her impact? She was the game changer for your side at the end of the match, needed 3 points. What do you make of her impacts in today's game?
Congratulations to her and my technical staff, especially William Malene, my assistant. But substitution is a gamble. One player comes in, gives you something you never thought you would give. The next you start with her, she doesn't give it to you again. But to be honest with you, she gave us a plus. Coming from the bench, having studied the game, and she goes into a territory where she just converts. The credit should go to her more than to the technical team.
And coach,
Colleagues will have the last question for the coach.
Congratulations again, coach.
Thank
You said that substitution is a gamble
Yeah.
again. So will you be using the same formation for the next games?
Yeah, definitely. We are using 4-3-3. We are a 4-4-2 playing team at home. But here we need to spread the talent because we are meeting improved teams. So we'll be using the same system. She may be starting tomorrow. It all depends on how we psych her tonight. Yes.
Thank you so much, colleagues. Thank you,
so
coach,
much.
and all the
Thank you.
best in the last game.
Thank you so much.
Colleagues, now we are joined by Coach Pule Kojani of Lesotho Defence Force. Coach, you're losing your second match. What's your comment after today's performance?
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. We lost the game today. Congratulations to the Botswana team. Maybe they have a beautiful day in the office today. So we were expecting to win the game, but we didn't play as well as we wanted to play. There were moments where we lost the ball in bad areas, though they couldn't punish us, but we were losing the ball too many times. We got our chances, we couldn't convert them, and it was not as we planned. The way we planned was different from the way we played today.
Do we have questions, colleagues?
Coach, hard luck today. In the last game, you were able to come back and equalize. What didn't work out today? You tried to even bring some subs and everything. What didn't work out today?
I think individually we were bad. As a team, we didn't have much of a problem, but individually we were bad. Our transitions were not as good as the last game. Both positive and negative transition, we were not as good as the last day we played. We tried to work on it at a training session, but I wouldn't even say they were tired or anxious or anything. I'm not sure what was in their minds today. Though they did some of the things well, I would talk to them again and say, okay, this is what you did well, this is what you didn't do well. But all in all, we lost the game and we are not happy. Though I wouldn't point fingers at certain players and say they didn't come to the party. Yeah.
And coach, I just asked the Botswana coach that now, for you, do you see it as a consolation that you did not lose by a big score margin? And is that also a sign of improvement from your side, having played this team 2 years ago and then lost by a really big score margin?
Yeah, last time we played the same team, we were beaten 6-0. There was not much pressure today. We were not afraid to concede any of that kind of score. We were playing in front of them. They were not putting too much pressure on us. It's just that the goal that we scored, we were caught napping, I think, on the other side, on the left side. Otherwise, I didn't see any threatening chances they created. I think the game was 50-50, just that we didn't play the way we wanted to play. Yeah.
And last one from you, coach. At this point, you're not completely out of it. Mentally, do the girls understand that?
I hope they do. I think they do. Especially because now the Botswana team is on top of the log now. We still have another game to play. Double Action has another game to play. There's a game that is going to play in the afternoon. So mathematically, we're still having a chance. And we cannot play again with the same chance. We're going to work hard so that we try to qualify. Yeah.
Any more questions?
Coach, I know that you've only played 2 games so far, and I want to know that with the squad that you brought here in this COSAFA campaign this year, I'm sure that you must have had your own objectives that you set for a team. Do you think that you've met some of them so far?
Can you come again? Okay, maybe I don't understand the question here.
Okay, so I'm saying that this was your second game, and then with the group of players that you brought here, I'm sure that coming to here, you must have had your own objectives that you wanted to meet. Do you think that you've met some of them so far?
Not losing the first game was one of them. It was the objective. We didn't want to lose the first game. We also wanted to win this one. Okay, it didn't happen, but we want to qualify for semi-final. If it's possible, we'll do that. That's one of the objectives.
So, as you mentioned that one of your objectives is to reach the semi-finals, does that mean then that you will be changing your formations for the following games?
I don't think we will be changing the formation because the formation was not a problem today. We didn't lose just because the formation was bad, or I think we lost because of maybe technical problems. Players technically they were not very good, which we can work on. Tactically they were not bad because Double Action didn't create so many chances that were threatening. Yes, there was pressure first half. We took about 20 to 25 minutes in our own half. But it's good to absorb pressure in that kind of situation and come to attack again. Maybe last part of the first half and the second half we were fine, so we are not changing any formation. Yeah.
Any last question? If there's none, then we come to the end of our post-match. Thank you so much,
Thank
Coach.
you.